Hi, if we have not met before, I am Pat Gage's AI clone. Pat has spent 25 years buying, building, and operating commercial real estate. He's seen how the industry actually runs and where the hours disappear. Now he helps brokers, investors, developers, and asset managers put AI to work. Custom agents and systems that automate manual workflows that eat up their days so they can cut overhead and move faster. The barrier to AI in real estate was never the tools, it's the lack of a disciplined process to use them. That's the gap Pat closes. He's the founder of Opportunity Creator, an AI consulting firm, and speaks on AI adoption across the CRE industry. Visit www.opportunitycreator.com for more details. All right, folks, what if I told you the best hire you'll make this year doesn't call in sick, doesn't take a vacation, and works around the clock for about the price of a cup of coffee? That's not a virtual assistant. That's an AI agent. And most investors have no idea how far these things have already come. This isn't speculation. I'm going to show you 7 AI agents that actually work, who each one is for, and exactly how a real estate pro would put them to work today. First, what even is an agent? Because this is where most people get it wrong. Regular AI answers questions. An agent goes and does the work. It reasons, it plans, and it takes action on its own, like a digital employee that can think, remember, and get things done. None of the 7 I'm showing you need a single line of code. I'm taking you from the easiest on-ramp all the way up to the most powerful. Let's get into it. Number 1 is your on-ramp. ChatGPT Agent Mode. Almost everybody already uses ChatGPT, and there's a mode where it spins up its own browser and does real web tasks, clicking, typing, navigating sites on its own. Picture this. Research the multifamily market in this submarket, pull recent sales and vacancy trends, and what local investors are talking about, then compile it into one clean document. It goes out, reads, refines its own search, and hands you a brief. Now, be honest about what this is. It's a fast filter, not full underwriting. Every other tool on this list is more powerful, but it's the perfect place to feel what an agent does before you go deeper. Stepping it up a lot to number 2, Manus. This one orchestrates multiple AI models that can analyze, generate visuals, build interactive web reports, and a whole lot more. You give it a complex multi-step job, it goes off and works for an extended stretch, then comes back with something substantial and ready to use. Picture this for a deal, a full interactive market report on a submarket, comps, rent trends, the 10 biggest pain points local tenants complain about, the gaps nobody's filling, all organized in one dashboard. The perfect companion as you run your own underwriting. And here's the part that flips a switch. You can turn any workflow into a repeatable skill. Build that market report once, save it, and next time you just point it at a new submarket and it runs the whole thing. No reprompting. You can even schedule it. Number 3 is where it gets real. Claude Cowork. This one takes action on the file sitting right on your computer. You download the desktop app, point it at a folder, and let it work. My tip, always copy your files into a new folder first, so your originals are safe if it doesn't do exactly what you expect. Real estate use, drop in a messy folder of rent rolls, T12s, and deal screenshots, and tell it to rename everything, build a folder structure, and organize it. From one simple prompt, it looks at every file, decides the naming system, creates the folders, and sorts it all on no further instruction. From there, you connect it to Notion, Slack, Google Drive, even let it browse the web, and chain it into one workflow that runs on a schedule. It's the best balance of easy to start and genuinely powerful on this whole list. Now I'm going to ramp up, and I'll be straight with you. Number 4 takes real setup. OpenClaw is an open source personal assistant that works for you nonstop and learns more about you over time. You connect it to a model, give it access to your tools, email, calendar, browser, and then you just chat with it through whatever messaging app you already use. You say, go build this for me. It goes off and it pings you when it's done. Investor angle. Imagine an assistant that watches your deal sources and market news all day and sends you one curated briefing every single morning and gets sharper every time you tell it what was useful. One serious note, because of the access it has, run it on a separate machine, not your main computer, and lock down your security. It's the most futuristic tool here, and it proves my whole point about agents. Back to simple, like number 5, Zapier. They've done automation forever, and now they've built AI agents right into the platform with a co-pilot that helps you build them. Nothing technical required. Here's a play you could run tomorrow. A new lead or a property address hits a Google Sheet or a form on your site that triggers an agent to research the deal, the sponsor, or the market, decide on its own which sites to visit, and drop a clean one-page brief into your drive. One sentence per category, so you can skim it and decide in 30 seconds whether it's worth your time. Zapier's for the person who wants easy setup and needs to connect the tools they already use. One of the easiest ways to build a repeatable agent, period. Number 6 is N8N. Similar idea to Zapier, but the opposite approach. Instead of hiding the technical side, it exposes it, a node-based system where the logic and the connections are all right there in front of you. That means it gets a lot more elaborate. Think a deal pipeline or a research to newsletter workflow with multiple agent steps, branching logic, and human in the loop checkpoints, so a real person verifies before anything goes out the door. The honest trade-off. No coding required, but the learning curve is steeper than Zapier. If you're willing to put in the time, the ceiling is a lot higher. And number 7 is in a category all its own, Claude Code. This isn't just an agent, it's an agentic building tool. And no, you do not have to be a developer. I'm not one, and I use it. Here's what makes it different. You don't ask it to write code, you give it a goal. It reads your files, plans, writes, runs it, sees what breaks, debugs, and keeps going, working on its own toward the outcome. For us in real estate, that's huge. Build your own deal analyzer dashboard, a rent comp scraper, a custom underwriting tool, software you actually own for the price you're already paying for the AI. You've seen my apartment deal analyzer and the mobile home park GPT. Now imagine building your own version, exactly the way you think about a deal. This is the tool I hear the most people call their light bulb moment with AI. There's a reason for that. It's truly powerful, and it's happening right now. So here's where I land on all this. Agents are the new VAs. That virtual assistant so many people and companies lean on, that's exactly what these tools are becoming, except they're a different animal. These AI agents don't call in sick, they don't take vacation, they don't need a Monday morning pep talk, they work 24/7. And that's the real shift. The investor who learns to delegate to agents right now, the research, the organizing, the follow-up, all the busy work that eats your week, is going to run circles around the ones still grinding through it all by hand. This isn't a novelty, it's a head start. And right now, that head start is wide open. Remember, please subscribe to this channel and share with others that may find value. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one of these and go play with it this week. Don't tool hop, master one. That's where the real edge is. Because at the end of the day, it's not a deal until the numbers pencil. So get out there, run the numbers, and rock and roll. Pat Gage, Opportunity Creator. I'll see you in the next one.